bring in Kshitij at this stage. What are you advising investor as far as small cap funds are concerned? And different fund managers have different styles. Samir has a particular style of functioning.
Right.
But most small cap funds, what they do is when there is large inflow of money, they have to stop.
Right.
Because their ability to buy more is restricted by the market.
Right.
How do you advise your clients? Because the aspiration level usually goes up because of small caps.
Right.
In some small cap stocks, suddenly they see the price doubling.
Right.
Their aspiration level goes up. So what do you advise and what's your view?
So, Willie, I'll take an example. What happened in the beginning of the year? We have seen last 1 year return on most of the small and mid cap fund were in excess of 30-40%. And that's how a new investor, when he sees this on various websites, let's say Value Research or Money Control, he sees that 40% in 1 year, let me park my money there.
Right.
That's why they say that past performance is not guaranteed in future also. There is no. So point comes that any new investor who's coming to the industry should not look at small cap, because it is very volatile. You never know. And because the new investor will not have patience to hold it for 7 years.
Right.
And when we are saying 7 years is too long as a gestation period for any investor, an evolved investor can understand, like, my goal plan is a child education which I need 1 crore after 12 years, I can hold that money.
Right.
So a new investor should not look at this part of the portfolio. Second, when you said that most of the small cap funds, where recently we have seen they have opened up again, where they have closed since last 1 year, like SBI, DSP, a couple of examples are there. And they have started taking money through STP and SAP route. Obviously, rightly said by Raj also, that Samir also, that there's a dearth of lot of good picks, because you have plethora of companies listed in that space, but then you have to be very, very focused on what type of stock you need to pick, because it can be a binary game, 0 or 1 also.
Right.
So you have to be very careful. So new client, no, not at all. Any conservative equity client should also not participate. Any moderate client, which is on the equity side, a moderate client, when he takes 2 large cap or 3 multi-cap funds also, we have done some analysis. I've taken 5 funds as a 2 large cap, which is Reliance large cap fund, Franklin Blue Chip fund, which is again a large cap fund, SBI multi-cap, HDFC equity, and DSP equity opportunity. We've taken 5 funds, 2 large cap, 3 multi-cap. In these 5 funds also, the allocation on the mid-cap space is close to about 19%, and on the small cap space is 6%.
Right.
So without taking a pure play on a small cap or mid cap,
you have the option of taking a...
Yeah, you have option of taking in this. So any aggressive client which understands that market can have that downfall and small cap can take a beating, and I'm okay to hold the money for 7 to 10 years, can take a 20% allocation in small cap. And then very aggressive client who understand that these are the stocks which can going to become tomorrow's large cap or mid cap or large cap, he can go up to 40% in these type of portfolios. That's all. So 5 years return looks very good, and Reliance is the best performing in the category. It has done very well, which is 28% 5 years. But if you see the SIP return on most of the small cap funds, in 5 years is only 11%, which is as good as a multi cap or a mid cap or a large cap fund. But in 10 years time, the difference is huge. All the best performing funds are small cap funds, which is 20% compounding. So you need to have time for this type of category of funds to allocate.
Right. Very interesting. You've given us a bunch of options for the investors. Samir,